Right then, it's been a while since I've done one of these, so hopefully it's all up and running okay. Hopefully the audio's good, hopefully the connection's good. We shall see. But yeah, if you're about, please do let me know in the chat. I'm sure if the audio's bad, non-existent or whatever, someone will let me know. As far as I can tell, it looks okay, but I can't test these things, so yeah, so I'll just share this up on social media as always, and then we'll get straight into it. So slow. Because there's a lot going on, so yeah, hopefully the connection's okay, because I'm actually in the middle of uploading a video as well, which I thought would be done by now. That's still going. Yeah, that'll probably be going for at least half the show. But if the connection's good, then it doesn't matter. Okay, and post that. Okay, DJ Demo says, sup duda. Hello, hopefully you can hear me okay. Hopefully the connection's good. So yeah, as you can see, just a big load of nothing at the moment, but I am painting squigs. They're almost done. I've got some spider riders to do as well, so hopefully this stream we can get all them done. That's good on your end. Brilliant. Makes a change for these things to work first time. So yeah, loads of blue squigs, almost finished. I'll try and finish them off. Little details, like little mushrooms and stuff. Oh, quite cool. Thank you. Yeah, I thought I'd go something different. I'm going with like this orange for the robes. So I thought I don't really want to have red squigs if I've got orange night goblins, especially when it comes to like the what are they called, the squig hoppers and stuff, because that just look too monotone really. So yeah, I'm going to be finishing these. I've got some spiders that really need to be finished as well. The riders are pretty much there. I just need to do their teeth really, and these are how my spider riders are looking. I need to highlight with black feathers as well, and they'll go on the spiders obviously. Batman Ronan was just about to say the same. Thank you, I'm glad you like them. Got some squigs, they have a shit. Yeah, they're awesome. Really nice kit. The squig hopper kit is probably my favourite. It goes together really well. These, they seem a little bit over-engineered, there's a lot to them, but no, really easy. Oh, excuse me, really quick and easy kit to paint, which is nice, so I'm going to try and get them finished. Probably won't bother putting the grass on the bases, I can do that at a later date. Yeah, so let's get everything together. Brushes. I've had a bit of a tidy up for this stream, so obviously now I'm not going to be able to find anything, but Noel says blue squigs, looks so cool. Thank you. Ah, nice. So yeah, the idea, and this is an idea that Wayne gave me actually, with my squigs, they sort of, the really smaller ones will be sort of like a turquoisey green, and then as they get bigger they go to sort of blue to purple and to eventually red for the gargantuan squid, because I've already got a gargantuan one which is red, so I'm sort of trying to, like my mangler squids will be sort of like a purpley red. So that's the plan when I get them. So, oh, I got a bit of a sore throat, so nice cold drink helps. So, yeah, I think we'll start with the squiggies. For some reason I haven't painted this thing on there, so that needs to be done first. A lot of my paints are just down here in the project boxes, so I can grab the trays out of them. So I started off, if I can find it, it's the only thing about this project trays, I'm trying to find the right paint. There we go. Harry says, oh nice, hi guys, hello, thanks for joining us. Kind of like the Horace Magazine trains, yeah, kind of, yeah. So Horace Blue, that's what these were painted with. They then had a thinned down shade of Drucci Violet, and then just highlighted up with some various lighter blues. Temple Guard Blue, I think, sort of lightest. I don't know whether to go an extra highlight step or not. I probably won't. So yeah, for some reason I didn't paint this thing, so I'll just have to paint that. I could have done it different colour, I suppose, but I think blue's fine. If you leave it like with lighter blue, that'd work. Basic miniature painting is here. Hello. Right, I've got. Sorry to answer that. Make sure this is on silent. Bear with. Alright, there we go. That can go over there. Yeah, there's a little grot. He's highlighted up. He just needs his teeth, and there is actually a little bit inside, which is actually his, like his robes. So they actually need to be orange. So I'm using Jacaro orange. I need to get a new Jacaro orange. This one is terrible. It's half dried up. And I'll put these over there. Hopefully you guys can see alright on camera. Yeah, it's a case of trying to get a little bit orange in there. Any of you heard of a Tales of Instahammer project? No. But I'm intrigued. And I made a little mess up there, so I'll just get rid of that. Really awkward little area to get to. I mean, really, these probably would be better in sub-assemblies, but I'm not a massive fan of doing things in sub-assemblies unless I really have to. There we go. That's got the orange in there. Yeah, it's just a case of doing his teeth. Can't join anymore, sadly, but I could post a link if you guys like. Well, I'd like to know what it is, at least. Sounds interesting. So 114 miniatures now, and working on some random fanatics. Cool. Yeah, I've got some fanatics and some squig hoppers primed. If I manage to get some of this stuff done before the end of the show, I'll certainly start working on them. So I'm trying to work out the best way to do these teeth, really. I may just have to paint it all over and then just give them a wash. But I'll see what I can do first. $95 of them are zombies with no bases. Nice. Yeah, he's eating a grot, I suppose they're called in Age of Sigmar, but yeah. He's got one in his mouth. So it's a big community-driven project in which several people, including Noel, are going to finish an army in 6 months and they have specific challenges. having law for every unit, nice. Yeah, so I'll probably put a wash on them teeth. There's an awkward area to get to paint each individual one, but a little wash in the recesses will help. There's not a great deal left. I mean, I could highlight the teeth up just a little bit more on some of these, but Dave says, dropped a crazy amount of cash on Gits. Yeah, me too. Blue squigs, that's new. I've seen people do them before, but yeah, not quite rare, I suppose. Readjust myself a bit. Got so many wires under my desk for all this setup. All the little things like mushrooms need finishing up on here as well. Need like little highlights and stuff. Probably give another coat to the purple ones. Loads of little ones on there. I could add a bit of colour to them maybe. I asked around today about that Spiderfang box of 11 miniatures from last year, and also boxes of Fellwall Trogoths, both out of stock everywhere, but someone at GW told me they will be reprinted with new bases. Oh, that's good. I managed to get my Spider Riders just about a week before this release, so they did actually come with the oval bases, which some of you guys may have seen. I did the video on the spiderwebs. But yeah, it's good that it's all being reboxed. Yeah, just gonna highlight all these mushrooms. Ever painted with ashes? They are good for texture. No, can't say I have. Interesting concept though. Well, that is. I'll highlight that tongue. I've got to paint his dribble as well. This might be a good colour to actually base coat that drill in. The white stuff, which is web for the bases, can you get it from Bounce for washing machines? Yeah, I mean it's essentially the tumble dryer sheets. They seem to work better if they go through the dryer. But yeah, the Bounce ones work fine. Still make a crazy little band of goblins and really imaginative mushroom monsters like Brain Spider Mushroom thing that one shaman guy's riding on. Cool. Sound good. I want Aston Militarum entirely composed of grots. Wow, that'd be awesome. You could so do that. feel like because his tongue's green, there'll be some sort of green tint to his saliva as well, so I'll probably put a green wash over that. People who are into 40k are buying those squigs for their bomb squigs for Orc tank busters. It's not a bad idea. Do you get like spare mushrooms separate on the sprue in these kits? Yeah, you get a couple. I'm saving mine to go on the base for my Arachnonox spider. I want to do a nice special base for my Loon King, which I'll probably do a video on, but I'm gonna try and make the mushrooms by scratch on that one. Do you have for Troll? Not yet. Is he out at a weekend? Cool. Yeah, a lot of the bits are now up for sale. We've got the bits for squigs, squig hoppers and fanatics up on the site now. So you can see what sort of things come with each one. Fanatics are pretty good for mushrooms, actually. Trooper Geo says, yo. Hello, thanks for joining us. Cool. So these squigs are virtually done now. There's only odd little bits to do. Let me take that purple. I've got to do the handlers though. I don't know how many have got purple mushrooms, a couple of them. I might give him a purple one. Are you going for an underground cave theme on the bases? No, just like basic, just gravel and sort of static grass. I've gone a little bit more on the spider bases with like rocks and stuff, but these bases are so small there's not much to work with, but I might do little foam rocks and stuff on the larger stuff. Hot Dry Mountain Basin look a bit more interesting. That's one of the things I want to do. Right, I need a shade. So I'm going to try null oil on them grot teeth. It's not too bad. Hopefully it dries right. Yeah, looking good. Quite liking them. Definitely will get another box of these. But I got a lot to paint up in the meantime. So as far as I can tell, this. Oh yeah, I got to do his dribble, so hopefully that's dry. I'll just give that a little bit longer to dry. I can highlight his tongue actually. Use moot green for that. Nice bright highlight. It's thinned down so it won't look too bright when it dries, but there are a couple what got their tongue sort of well in their mouth. It's probably a bit too tricky to get a highlight in there, but I managed to paint them green. I certainly would recommend, if you're doing these yourself, maybe leave the heads off somehow if you want to get in the mouth, but always paint the inside of the mouth black, then no one's really going to notice. There's only a couple where you can really see the inside, and even then you've got to sort of look, but you can sort of see his tongue inside there. Of course, if you have them glued together, just paint all that first. Okay, so I'm going to just move them up the back, concentrate on these herders, and then once they're done I'll try and paint these spiders. The spider riders are basically done, it's just the actual spiders. So I've got to highlight the metal on here. I need to wash the mushrooms. I think I'm probably going to do that one red, so I can start with that. It's a bit annoying that all my paints are sort of down there in the project boxes. It's nice having them there. They're really good. Like they don't take up a lot of space, which is really good. Sorry, people always message you at worst times, don't they? There we go. Yeah, I quite like having them. I used to have all my paint on a big shelf there, and now I've just got loads of stuff on there, like miniatures and a load of other sort of stuff, that sort of hobby stuff I use, so that's nice. And to be fair, when I've got all this set up, it's a bit of a pain trying to reach over there, so yeah, project boxes were a really good investment. So yeah, I'm going to paint this mushroom red. Then I'll do like some white spots on it. It's quite a spotty one. Cool. This guy doesn't need a great deal doing. He's got a little knife on there. He's got a pouch. The other one might have a pouch as well. So definitely gonna start with these pouches. Maybe a darker brown, considering we've got like an actually maybe like Baneblade brown, and then give it a wash. I can get out of this bloody thing. There we go. IKEA do great jagged rocks for underground rocks. You know, them small jagged stones you put in big glass jars for decoration. Oh yeah, spray them to make them look like rocks. Apathetic Fish has a video on doing it. Oh cool, I'll have to check that out. It's a good channel. Unfortunately for me, where I live, there's the nearest IKEA is like over 100 miles away. But I'm sure you could get equivalents or elsewhere. Sounds like a good idea. I can do these little bits of rope the same colour as well. Oh, and in the European capital city, and the IKEA is in the outskirts in the north. Cool. Yeah, I imagine a lot of cities have an IKEA, but weirdly my nearest city doesn't. Got pretty much everything else. I don't really know what these things are hanging off a symbol. It's like little bells or something. So I'll paint. We have 3 games workshops within 40 to 50 minutes walk of each other. Nice. My nearest one is about 40 minutes in a car. My nearest one is a different province. There need to be more GWs. Yeah, we've got a really good friendly local game store. I don't really go there much these days, I don't really have time. They're about 20 minutes. About 20 minutes car journey away, nearest one. Used to have one very close. Yeah, I think local game stores are better. At least with a GW, you can get a lot of the stuff just straight off the shelf, where game stores normally have to order a lot of it in for you. They don't stock everything. But they're cheaper and they have a lot of other stuff as well, so I don't know whether to actually do that. Top one red or not. It's nice having all these mushrooms, but it does give you a lot more to paint. Alright, I need to wash the rest of it though. Great thing about our 3DW stores is that they don't shift stock that well, so you get loads of stuff that's been sat there for ages that is out of stock everywhere else in the world. Nice. Cool. So while I was waiting, regular viewers know I normally have some sort of snack during these. Today it's a Milky Bar because I'm like 6 years old again. I bought a Deathwatch Battle Force box 4 months ago and a Gene Stealers Battle Force box only 2 months ago. Nice. I love white chocolate though. That's really good. So, I think the next thing I'm going to do, highlight the metal areas. And this guy's got a lot of armor actually. Where I am, Cadbury's is not sold as it has too much war content, and in the summer it dries up. Oh wow, that's a shame because Cadbury's chocolate is lovely. And the Milky Bar's Nestle, I guess. Yeah, it's Nestle, isn't it? Yeah. Cadbury's don't really do white chocolate here. They used to have like Cadbury's Dream, which I'm sure is still available in some countries, but they stopped doing it, which is a shame because it's absolutely lovely. As we're kinda coming up to Easter, at least all the shops think so. You can get Milky Bar mini eggs, which are just amazing. I think my Stormhost Silver needs a shape. That's horrendous. It's my birthday in 2 months, yay! That's mine next month. But I'm not really that excited. I don't get any hobby stuff for birthdays or Christmas, like ever. Probably not since I was a kid. Although I've got a load of D&D stuff on my Amazon wishlist, so I'm hopeful I'll get at least some of that. Do you put metal balls in your paints for shaken? Not in the GW ones, but I have in all my Badger ones. Definitely done it in them, and possibly my model air paints. There's something quite satisfying about hearing the ball bearing shake in the paint. I mean, no, I've just shook all that for that, and it's just nothing. It's just exactly the same. So I might not be using that. I might use one of my scale 75s, but I just don't know how good that's going to be. Last Warhammer present I got was the Realms of Chaos book Slaves to Darkness that my grandma bought me. To be fair, that is an amazing book, and yeah, you have an awesome grandma for getting you that. One of my favourite books. They reprinted it and it was available at Warhammer World, but you can't get it no more, and they didn't have it when I went down there. I was really annoyed, but I've got the original. It's almost as old as I am. And it's in pretty much the same condition. I might use my scale 75. I don't think you guys want to just see me do this for next half hour. There's websites you can go on to see stuff like that. Scale 75 paints up here. This is the one I want. Don't tell anyone I told you, but they're going to reprint Lost and the Damned. Cool. So it's not as good as Slaves to Darkness, though. But it's still another amazing book. Just not as good. There isn't any Ian Miller artwork in Lost and Damned, and he's one of my favourite artists. I bought the luminous colours from Scale 75. Cool. Are they any good? I've only used... Well, I've used... Wow, that's like really light. That should be okay though. I've used a fair amount of their paints, but I haven't used them ones. This is like a proper light highlight, but it's quite thin, so... I mean, it's pretty much Stormhouse Silver. I quite like having sort of a lot of contrast on my highlights for these guys. Not that you could probably tell from some of the other areas, but not so much on the skin, I suppose. But well, that's a bit of a balls up, but never mind. It does make the metal look a lot more shinier. Brush could do with just sorting its point out a bit. Lost and Damned has some Horus Heresy throne room fight story in it. Yeah, I think it does actually, that is true. Yeah, some of the original sort of Horus Heresy fluff is quite interesting. That's before the Primarchs were like the Emperor's sons. They were basically just like commanders. Let's just say my grandma didn't really know about the content of the Slaves to Darkness. Yeah, didn't they have like a mature Warden sticker on as well? Oh yeah, I should actually paint the pouch on this guy. I did paint his, didn't I? Yeah. This guy's got one as well. Yeah, it's not too bad. I haven't painted his ear. I think it was on both of them I've actually forgot to paint their ears. So I'll do that as well. So let's get this pouch done, then I'll do the ears, and then we'll get some agrats up on these guys. And he's got little trinkets that need painted gold as well. Oh, he's got two pouches as well, actually. So I really like the squig herders from this set. There's you can build them in different ways. There's one like playing bagpipes, which is quite cool. You can either have bagpipes or cymbals. I don't have the cymbals for this one, but if I get some more, I'll obviously do the other variants. And then you got this guy who can have like a mushroom on a pole for some reason. I guess it's just to lure squigs in a certain direction. Not really be much good in a sword fight. can go back to that Squig's saliva as well, I must remember. To put a little wash on that. Cool. Those rock trogloths on Saturday pay homage to the 1980s trolls made by the G.W. Perry brothers, so I bought a few. Yeah, they do actually. Now that you've said it, they do have that sort of Perry brothers sort of look to them. That is cool. Right. So the green I was using is it wasn't Elysian, I don't think. I think it started with, I can't remember now. It's Skarsnik. Pretty sure it's Skarsnik. So yeah, we'll paint their ears. Both of them, I've neglected their ears for some strange reason. We'll get them there. So essentially I do Skarsnik, then just give it a little wash. I think I've been using like thin down agrax actually on these, just all over. And then just Ogren camo just to highlight. So quite simple. Don't need to go too overboard on the skin on these. So, where was it? Oh, in there. You can just sort of see the back of his head. Just a little bit. Cool. Oh, these are new Gloom Spike kits. Yep. Yeah, these are the plastic squigs that have just came out last weekend, I think. So I'm just trying to find the L-Town green. I'm just going to go back to that. Let's get an old brush for that. Go back to that squig and just put some green on his slobber there. Yeah, that's better. Cool. Might even just put some on the tongue just to deepen that shadow. Yeah, I like that. Could always come back and highlight it if I so wish. Here's our little grot looking. Yeah, not 100% happy with the teeth there. Maybe I'll try and go back in with a little highlight. Maybe, it's just so awkward. I think we should be ready for an agrax wash now. Get all these mushrooms. A little pouch as well. Or pouches on this guy. Everything like bits like this, you can see it sort of wobbling. Hopefully it doesn't break off at any time. Cool. And then just the other guy. What's all this? Oh yeah, no. Must paint these little trinkets on there as well. And he's got his knife. Cool. It's gonna take too long for them to dry. So while they are drying, just look at some of these spiders. So yeah, several things on the go, but it's always something to do while something else is drying. There's not much, well, I'd say there's not much to do on these spiders. There's enough. Probably the second half of this stream I'll be focusing more on the spider riders, because these guys are so close to being done now. So I kind of want to paint orange into these recessed bits. Take a couple of coats. I've had to thin it down quite a bit. Not too worried about it being neat. I can always neaten back up over them, but try and be as neat as I can at least. So the orange just sort of obviously ties in with everything, and I think I sort of saw this sort of spider pattern from like a real life spider. Not like one I saw in person, but just like searching online. Like the black and orange with the red on the legs. I thought it was quite cool. But my Jokero orange is really bad. Like, it's proper bad. So I can't really get a very good consistency on the brush. It's either too thin or worse. But too thin's fine. Just means I need more coats. To be fair, I've never came across a good orange paint. There's just something weird about orange, that the pigments just don't spread very well. I found that in a lot of paint lines. So yeah, again, I'm not being super neat because it'll be easier to sort of neaten up afterwards. Yellow and red are the most expensive pigments. Well, that's probably why then. Nice. Yeah, I'm sure GW definitely know that. So this one's got like little spikes. I'm gonna paint them orange. I think you can actually only make red ink like ant butts. Okay. I've never questioned where any of it comes from, so. Yellow and white are problematic. Often they dry with old paint, and to get pure white or yellow you have to sometimes put actual ink on the mini, like Forge World Artist ink. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I often find whites definitely dry up quite a lot. If you look at where pigments come from, you'll be surprised. I actually quite like these sort of orange spines on there. Oh, not Forge World. Every time I just see FW, I just think Forge World. Cool. I'll have to check something like that out. Ah, you went to art college. Nice. I did hear once, like there's old sort of paints way back when that were actually quite sort of toxic. I think it's like arsenic or something in them, or something equally as dangerous. Obviously people weren't quite as health conscious or health aware as they are now. No, I know that means Forge World. I want the Forge World Noise Marines so bad. Well, I like the cacophony ones. They are lovely, I've got some of them. First generation Citadel paints had lead in them. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Yeah, I mean, it's likely we could get some new Emperor's Children this year. I'm hopeful. There's definitely going to be some more new Chaos, we know. So I'm hoping there'll be a Baden model. You never know. You never know. One thing I discovered though, like, Chaos Space Marines are like always been my favourite army, but I don't really enjoy painting them. I started painting some of the Blackstone Fortress ones ages ago and I just gave up because I just don't enjoy them. I think it's like the new sculpts, I really don't like the pipes they have on them. And all the gold trim and stuff, just so off-putting. I don't know. I don't think I could face doing a whole army of them, which is a shame because I was tempted to start Night Lords. Although I do want to add more to my Death Guard. I do actually enjoy painting Death Guard, so maybe I'll just stick to them. I'm thinking of getting the Paint and Range Vallejo model Air, but not for use with the brush. I do it with 3 to 4 colours for them at the moment, nice and thin, always easy to shake. Did you ever use them by brush? Yeah, I did actually. I bought some of the metallic ones just to use by normal brush, and they are really good. I mean, essentially they're just thinned out paints, so you don't have to thin them out yourself. But yeah, all airbrush paints are good by brush. Yeah, putting little ball bearings in your Vallejo paint certainly helps. Certainly helps. Definitely. So I better answer this. Yeah, but yeah, it is a good idea to put the little balls in, give them a good shake, because they do separate. But the dropper bottles I find are a lot easier to shake than these bloody things. The paint doesn't really move around a great deal in these, especially when they start drying up. Whereas something like this, like scale 75, but the same bottles. Like, I'll do it next to the mic, you might even be able to hear it. Whereas one of these, you just can't hear the paint moving about, so. Right, I think let's do another coat of orange on that last spider. This is Jokero orange, I think I did mention. There's a decent base coat for orange, if your paint is in better condition than mine. I'm going to get another pot soon, because I'm going to be using a lot of it for this army. Vallejo medium when the citadel dries up. Yeah, Vallejo do a good thin and medium as well. To be fair, most Vallejo products you can't go wrong with. I mainly just stick to GW paints because when I do tutorials and that, they're just the ones that most people have. And of course, if I'm ever following along any painting guides or tutorials as well. Oh, there's a spider trying to crawl away. So we're halfway through. I feel like I'm making good progress actually, as I tend to do on these shows, which is nice. Very rarely do I get to sit down and just do 2 hours straight of painting, so these shows are great for that. I'm going to try and do them more frequently as well, so. Do you know that Battle Force boxes for Christmas are almost sold out? No more Imperial Fist boxes left. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. They were never going to last very long. Hopefully, they'll release the Imperial Fist upgrade sprue on its own. I'm still not sure if they've done the Space Wolves one for Primaris yet. That was in the Tooth and Claw box, but I'm not sure it was ever released separately. I might be wrong. But yeah, they should definitely release the Imperial Fist one. I'm making the right mess with this, but luckily I can just get some of my bad and black sorted out. So hopefully by now our wash should be dry on these guys. I need to put some white spots on the mushroom, or mushrooms, and just a little highlight on the pouches, and I paint these little trinkets. I'm going to do that first. It's in a Battle Force for $20 on Facebook. Wow. That's crazy. Could have been a scam. Blight Slinger is here. Hello, thanks for joining us. Does anyone sell much over Facebook Marketplace? Because like non-wargaming related stuff, because we do sometimes, and it's just a horrible experience. People are just, some of the people on there are just terrible. Like, we normally just sell to like the first person who offers how much we want, but then you'll get people saying, asking if it's still available, and then they want to know if the person's dropped out or anything, and then they just pester you, and then they try and guilt trip you into choosing them. I hate Facebook Marketplace. Ugh. Trying to strip down all my armies to repaint them to get back into the hobby. Ooh. It's a lot of work stripping stuff down, but once you get there, start repainting them, they start to look good. I've been doing that with Bretonian stuff, and there will be another Bretonian video in the future. I promise. I'm halfway through doing one. I've got some Pegasus Knights on the go. I've got to prime them. One of them's got a missing arm and a missing leg for a horse, so I don't know just to buy another one completely to replace that one. I might do. Black Singer says I have Death Guard, Alpha Legion, my own Space Marine chapter, Tau, Tyranids, and a bunch of Empire broken models, but want to sell or strip down and get new stuff. Nice. And I also have Orcs. You're as bad as I am. Yeah, using Dettle works well. Can melt models if they're in there too long. Make a bionic leg. You know, I was tempted. I don't think it fits a Bretonian theme. So I'll try and do this in shot, but I'm trying to paint all the little white dots on this mushroom now. Oh, it's so flimsy. Green stuff, a peg leg horse. Might be that. I might get to that. I'm hoping I can just get a leg from another horse from somewhere. Must have one lying around. That just adds something to it, doesn't it? When you get the white dots in there, they really pop. The contrast is lovely. Could you imagine a peg-legged horse? Poor thing. That all works, but it's a bit grungy. Yeah, I've found that as well. I did a video a long time ago on like trying out different paint stripping stuff, sort of comparing them. I still mainly just use BioStrip 20 because it's designed for the job. But that all would be my second choice. It's great for like metal miniatures. It's actually amazing. As long as it does the job in the end. Cool, I quite like that. Do one on his back as well. I actually watched my video. That's cool. It's nice to know people pay attention. I think it's got quite a good number of views actually. Sort of for by our standards. I need to thin that just a little bit. Pest wave strip. What's the best way to sell models? Yeah, eBay, 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 eBay. I've also got loads of stuff I want to sell as well. I really must get round to it. I've got a load of Crimson Fists I want to sell. And to be fair, I'd probably even sell a lot of my old Chaos stuff. I really need to get on that. Oh, there's nothing wrong with Crimson Fists. I absolutely love Crimson Fists, but just my Crimson Fists are very old Crimson Fists and they are not painted well at all. How's that doing? Wow. So I'm uploading our latest D&D video as well, and that will go up live tomorrow, but it's still got another half hour left. I started uploading it about 6 o'clock. It's now like 9:15. Luckily it hasn't affected the stream. It's only a couple of hours. Hey dude, are you collecting a new goblin army? I am indeed. That'll work nicely alongside my other destruction stuff as well. I've already got like the old Mangler Squig and Gargantuan one. I've got a Squig Gobber somewhere. But yeah, I really like the stuff. I really enjoy painting the squigs and that. Hopefully I'll get enough painted to use in a bat rep, hopefully by next month. We've been really slack on bat reps, but we just haven't been playing much, really. I've lost interest in 40k completely. I'm hoping the Genestealer Cult will get me back in there because the models do look amazing. So I'm just going to go over a lot of this orange. Just really, yeah, there's so much cool stuff coming out for Age of Sigmar. I remember buying the 30k Mark IV Space Marine kit, painting it, not liking it, and putting in methylated spirits and melanum on accident. Oh no. Unfortunately I took apart my Chaos Space Marines for Death Guard and Alpha Legion parts. There's nothing unfortunate about that. I absolutely love the Death Guard. Certainly need to paint up more stuff for them. I think I need to focus more on a small number of armies rather than just dipping my toe in like loads of them. Do you mean the Emperor's Children? Maybe? Oh, current Age of Sigmar set? Oh, I mean like Stormcast Eternals. So I've been so tempted by Nighthaunt as well, but I've held off. Another army I think I'd enjoy painting though. Cool, I'm liking how the spiders are coming along. Ah, Chaos Marauders and Chaos Knights. Yeah, Chaos Knights have some lovely bits. They're so nice. Cool, I'm liking these. I'll highlight that twine. Just a Freak says hi from Germany. Hello! Great name. Yeah, it's interesting that we get people from all over. That's really cool. I don't know where everyone else is from, but we actually seem to get more American viewers than we do British ones, which is quite cool as well. But it's nice we have people from all over. Really cool. Hope the weather's a bit better in Germany than it is here. It's been very cold today. Some places have had snow actually. Not here though. We had a bit of sleet, but that's about it. Bloitstinger says I'm from UK. Cool. Just like myself. As you can probably tell. DJ Jam says I'm from Canada, eh? Cool. Just Freak says, oh, it's freezing over here. Ah, shame. Ooh, thoughts on Article 13. Yeah, that's... ugh. I don't have anything positive to say about Article 13. I don't know. If there's any positives to Brexit, then hopefully not having to comply to that would be quite nice. Harry says I'm Greek and living in Germany. Nice. I knew you were Greek. I knew you were Greek, but I didn't realise you were living in Germany, I think. Or was it the other way around? I can't remember. But it's cool. Undying King says Birmingham, UK. DJ Dem says, what's Article 13? Yeah, it's like some serious, like, it's an EU law about sort of copyright, I think, isn't it? Which could really hurt YouTube creators. Basically, you wouldn't be able to use anything that's not royalty free. So you probably wouldn't be able to put pictures up with GW miniatures or anything like that, I suppose. I don't know. I don't know how they're going to enforce it. It's another one of these crackpot internet ideas that were really hard to enforce. It's like the cookie thing. Whole thing with cookies. Like, you know, on most websites now you have to accept their cookie policy. And a lot of websites do it, but I reckon any that didn't, you know, no one's actually going to enforce them. Especially like smaller sites. Just another thing added just to annoy people. Yeah, I don't actually know when it comes into effect and what effect it'll have on us. I mean, we don't tend to use any copywritten stuff as far as I know. But I don't really know how much it's going to stretch. Oh, that's interesting. I mean, God, that could destroy their platform. That could be the end of them, couldn't it? I mean, we should hopefully be okay. I really can't see what issues we would have. All the music we use, very few, it's all royalty free. Yeah, stupid, isn't it? Now, Prime Minister is in a bad spot at the moment too. That's an understatement of the year, that is. She should have been out of a job a long time ago. I think what colour do these bands? I'm gonna get silver. Let's hope whatever silver I pick up now is better than that last one. No, I want Runefang. Yeah, I don't know how much of British politics people outside this country actually follow, but my god, never known anything like it. It's a right state. Absolute state. She's in the Lord of the Rings Gollum parody. Wow, no, but I'll be looking for that. Probably wouldn't notice a difference. Not quite as bad as the Donald Trump fiasco. Quite close though, isn't it? It's hard to say which one's worse. I think we're just we're a bit more subtle with our xenophobia over here. Just a bit more. Because that's what it all boils down to, really, isn't it? The whole Brexit thing. Can I link it here? I'm not sure you can put links in there. It was actually made by Andy Serkis as well. That's amazing. I'll certainly look for it. Just spilled none oil all over my pants. Holy shit. I hope I don't do that because I'm actually wearing quite new jeans. I know it's probably really hard to understand when you live in such a sort of liberal country like Canada, but yeah, just people are just assholes. There's so many people who are just xenophobic assholes in this country. They just don't get it, I suppose. They just don't see it. They don't see people as people if they're different, I suppose. I don't know. It's hard to explain when you don't have that sort of mindset, I suppose. You try and put yourself into their sort of shoes, but it's quite difficult. I think a lot of it's just sort of fear, isn't it? Blue passports. Yeah, we get blue passports, man. I mean, our economy might end up being tanked and a lot of big businesses will lose. Our car industry is basically disappearing, but we'll get blue passports at least. Donald Trump literally shut down his entire government because he's trying to break a record. Yeah, that's weird, that is, isn't it? It's all just a mess, really. If from outside sort of looking in at America, it just feels like it's more of a dictatorship now. It's a bit odd, really. Value of a pound went down about 8% in 2018 because of Brexit. Yeah, I mean, it really tanked straight after the vote as well, didn't it? And I think once we do leave, I mean, if they leave with no deal, the pound's going to plummet. Inflation's going to skyrocket as well. It's sick. I'm kind of hopeful that's not going to be the case, though. But who knows? As long as GW are fine, I think I'll be okay. But I won't be surprised if we end up seeing a load of more price rises from GW. Their motto is to enjoy the end of the world. Jesus. Yeah, I agree totally. I mean, it has gone beyond whether you think we should remain or leave now. It's just that the government have just done such a pig's ear of the whole process. Like, I vote to remain, but if people vote to leave, that's fine, but at least do a good job of it. I know it's not an easy process, but it just seems to be like they seem to have given themselves this time limit, and that's just not long enough. They could probably get a fairly decent deal and new trade agreements and that. It's going to take years, maybe even decades, but they're just trying to do it. They seem like they're trying to do it all within 2 months now. It's just crazy. Absolutely ludicrous. Yeah, I see GW putting up the price of their paints and to start collecting boxes. That might just be a conscious decision. I sort of understand it to start collecting boxes. Some of them are ridiculously good value. Like the tower one didn't really make sense. Like, it's only like £5 more than just buying the crisis suits themselves. Which is a bit crazy. So even with that going up, still quite good. Yeah, it could be from normal inflation. Obviously, inflation could go up quite a bit. If there's new import tariffs on everything, that's gonna make things quite interesting. What army should I build when I sell all my stuff? Oh, that's a good question. I'm thinking Tau. Yeah, basically whatever army you want to. That's the answer, really. It depends. Are you looking for something to play? If so, you might want an army that suits your play style more. Or if you're just looking for something to paint, then just something that you think you'd enjoy painting, really. Means we're like cavalry was $50 and now chaos horses are 100. Really? Wow. Go for killer clowns. I've got another spider over here. All this time I've been painting these 4, and I've actually got a 5th. There he is. He's actually the champions one as well. Necrons and green stuff clown noses and hair. I would like to see that, actually. Oh, you've already got some tower as well. Cool. Yeah, actually I do remember you saying your list of stuff. Tower was one of them. I don't know why I'm using this brush. This brush is awful. How are we doing for time? Okay, half an hour. These spiders are taking a bit longer than I thought. We've actually done on the squid head though. I'll just do a little highlight on the pouches if I can find a suitable colour. But then they are done. Might do some blue orcs but not death skulls. Cool. Yeah, because obviously you've got all the new orc like vehicles now, which are just amazing. I need to get back on kit bashing some more of them at some point, because I really enjoyed doing that. Disco Necrons. Wow, yeah, you just hold the green rods like glow sticks. Amazing. I did see a Disco Tau conversion once, of bell bottoms and afro. Wait, what new orc vehicles I missed so much? Oh yeah, they got like new buggies and stuff. Really cool. And the Speed Freaks box. Got a couple of like basically orc race cars. Another good idea is get Minotaurs and green stuff others on them. Oh god. Are Tomb Kings still playable in Age of Sigmar? There is rules for them. The rules are still available. Whether they're competitive or not, probably not. Same as Bretonnians, but I'm still collecting Bretonnians just because I like the look of them. They are awful. It wouldn't surprise me if Tomb Kings aren't much better. But the Tomb King models are just lovely. It's such a shame they ever got rid of them. Really disappointed about that. I just have a ton of them left from Fantasy Days. Cool. They're probably worth a bit of money now as well. Yeah, I mean there's still rules for them. I think the Age of Sigmar app still has all the rules. They might have points. Maybe in the first General's Handbook, I think it might have had points for them. They did for Bretonnians, so I think they would for Tomb Kings. I also tried Kings of War. Wow. Yeah, I never got into it, but they had some lovely models in that as well, didn't they? They sort of tried to fill some gaps that GW had left. But yeah, I don't actually know anyone who actually played it. But their zombies are lovely. Yeah, I think I'm trying Age of Sigmar. Yeah, definitely go for it. Alright. I started Age of Sigmar. I don't have a real army though, mostly monster, dragons and trees. That's still pretty awesome though. Getting all the good stuff first, so you haven't got to sit and slog painting loads of squigs. Cool, so I think the next thing I'm going to do is just highlight these pouches and just get these guys done. So I'm going to take some Screaming Skull. Tomb Kings were glorious models, I agree. The Death Range seems a bit odd without them, especially when they have models like Morghast still around who are very Egyptian looking. Yeah, I agree. Very disappointed they got rid of them. And Bretonians, really. I can see that Bretonians probably don't have much of a place in Age of Sigmar. But Tomb King certainly would have. I'm going to thin this down. I think it's just a bit too bright. I apologise if I go out of shot painting some of this stuff. I don't realise that half the time. Just add a little highlight to them pouches. Little dots on the rope. Obviously I'm not going for any display quality here or anything, but we do have a handle on his sword actually. Undead Bretonians, that would be awesome. I remember buying a bunch of bits from the Bitzbox web store ages ago to build some converted Chaos Space Marines. Nice. I built 6 or 7, they were pretty cool. Awesome. Bought from the best. What else I was going to do? The handle. So, tell you what, let's just grab this Eshin Grey. Let's do a nice dark grey. Does anyone play Lord of the Rings? They're still releasing models for it. Yeah, I know. Wayne Jab and Katie, who are also on the channel, they actually play Lord of the Rings. I'll have to try and get them to do a back rep sometime. Just joined? What's up? Hello, thanks for joining us. So, as you can see, just painting some spiders, painting some squigs. Squigs are basically done now. And we're just chatting random shit. Reminiscing about Tomb Kings, because they're awesome. Yeah, it's quite a nice colour for his handle, actually. It stands out. Spoilers, Sauron loses. God damn it. I was rooting for him. Yeah, the miniatures are lovely, but they just seem so tiny compared to Age of Sigmar now. Right, cool. They're virtually done. I just need to put some fog on their bases, but do that later. I used to collect Lord of the Rings 10 plus years ago, but there are no players around me, just recently getting into 40k. Yeah, I had a little bit as well, actually. Doesn't seem as widely played, certainly. 40k still obviously very widely played, but it's not by myself. I haven't played it for ages. Yeah, scale creep is certainly a thing, and I'm not against that. I'm certainly not against that. Right, that's what I want, I think. Yeah, that's what I want. Luggenough Orange. I don't know what Luggenough is, but how many Primaris minis are making Space Marines bigger? They should, in my opinion, just made Space Marines bigger. I'm still struggling to get on board with Primaris Marines. I think they look fantastic. I just wish they were just like the classic stuff made bigger. Like, I'd love to see Primaris Devastators and things like that. I mean, it's easy enough to convert them, but I don't know, it just feels odd. They'll phase out the other stuff, no doubt. It'll happen. It'll probably take a decade, but they'll do it. I'd be very surprised if we see anything released ever for regular sized Space Marines now. I could be wrong. Primarchs are still better. Primarchs are awesome. I'll say Primarchs Dread Knight. That'd be quite cool. I don't even know if Do Grey Knights get Primaris? Well, they probably will do eventually. Don't even know if they do or not. So yeah, I'm using this Luggenough orange just to sort of highlight these lines on the spiders. These lines that look awful, I would admit, but once I neaten it back up with a bad and black, it'll look all nice and lovely. I'm saying Primaris Demon Prince. Underdog Painters, how are we all doing? Very well, thank you. I have some really old Marines and comparing them to the new ones. Yeah, I bet. Let's see if Primaris Orc stole the arm and became a new Gazgul. I just want to see a new Gazgul. Question about round bases. Do I have to use the GW ones or will any be acceptable? Yeah, any will be acceptable. As long as they're sort of roughly the right size, should be fine. I think it's IP related. Blow up the old world and create factions they can copyright. That is exactly it. Because let's face it, all the old stuff is basically just stuff they've ripped off anyway. You know, they didn't invent elves or orcs or anything, but they can be more specific with names and make stuff more unique. So the whole sort of chapter house case really turned everything on its head. And I think that might be why there's the scale creep as well. Because then all them sort of compatible bits that people have made are no longer compatible when the scale changes. Just based on 50 plus Tyranids. Hello and Dog Painting, are those for Tyranids for Leaky Cheese still? They are. Cool. When you say still, it makes it sound like you've been doing it for a while. I promise these will look really nice when they're neatened up. An orc in Primaris armor might look cool as long as it's converted right, because orcs have terrible posture. Yeah, they really do, don't they? Still have the old Space Marine Codex, worth anything. Now the old book's not really worth that much. I've got loads of old codexes and stuff, and they'd cost so much to post that you wouldn't make much on them. That's what I hate about books. The postage costs more than the books are worth in most cases. One thing I like to do though with the old ones is just, if they've got a full page of artwork, just rip it out and put it in a frame. Looks quite nice. But they are cool for nostalgia. So I'm probably going out shotgun, aren't I? Oh dear. Rogue Trader from 1987 in good condition, is only worth about 50 to 70. That's still pretty good though. I know Slave to Darkness books are worth quite a bit. How are we doing for time? 15 minutes. I'm going to highlight the red on the legs. I'll probably do all the neatening up with the black at a later date. Let's take some Wild Rider. Wild Rider red is basically orange. Yes, one book I don't think I have. I'm not sure. That's nuts. Line sort of down each leg as well. Gotta go, great stream. Oh, thank you, I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'm selling Fantasy Flight's 40k role-playing core rulebook for Black Crusade, limited edition with extra pages and gold trimmed pages. Nice. By the way, your chat is glitched. Oh, really? Has it died on us? Sounds not bothering. Oh yeah, I see. It hasn't like. Huh. Hasn't updated for a little while, has it? Yeah, just on the video. I keep going out of shot. I just noticed that my sort of playback's a bit delayed. So I do apologise if I keep going out of shot doing these bloody highlights. Yeah, that's strange, isn't it? Oh no, I might have killed it. Bear with. I don't even know why I'm bothering. I've only got about 10 minutes left. It's one thing to have one more Terran, there's another thing to have two. Well, I suppose you could turn the other one into something. Yeah, what an absolutely amazing model as well. Yeah, make one into a custom demon Primarch, that'd be awesome. There we go. Well, I didn't do a great job on these legs, so I'll get a shot at it. That's fine, I'll come back and neaten a lot of this up later on. I need to set our sort of photography area up a bit better. Get some good pictures of this stuff when it's done. I've got some ogres that I painted up over Christmas that I want to take a nice picture of. They sort of come out really well. Start taking some nicer pictures for our social media and all that. So yeah, I'll probably just finish up by highlighting these legs. I think that'll probably take me to the end of the stream. Painted one, the other one is not built. I'm thinking about converting them up into something. Yeah, definitely. Such an enjoyable model to build and paint as well. Hopefully we'll get Fulgrim. Be amazing. Alright, 2 more. Yeah, Demon Fulgrim would be amazing. It will happen. I do firmly believe it will happen. Yeah, I mean, he's not bad. I've got him. He is the first Primarch miniature I actually painted for Fulgrim. But yeah, Demon one just looked incredible. He's definitely the most interesting out of all the Demon Primarchs, and I think he's just one of the most interesting Primarchs anyway. Well, if you read the Horus Heresy books, especially Fulgrim, it's really interesting actually. She's filling his gaunt cheeks with paint. No, I think mine actually looks really gaunt. Cool, now I've got some highlights. Yeah, he's certainly one of the smaller ones, isn't he? I'd like to see a Lehman Russ Primark model from GW, that'd be so nice. Yeah, I mean, the 412 one's not bad. But, I mean, there's been rumours that he would make a return in 40k as well. We'd certainly see a lot of them come back, I think, eventually. I mean, Guilliman's so popular, the Demon ones have been so popular. So, GW can make money out of them. Right, I've got about 3 minutes. So, I'm just going to put a bit of Agrax wash on these skulls, because I didn't do them ones earlier. Interesting sort of orange skulls come out of it, but there you go. Yeah, hopefully by the end of the weekend I can get five of the Spider Riders done. They're done. I'll try and get some nice pictures of them to get some flock on their bases. So yeah. Yeah, I think I've got the 412 Lehman Russ somewhere. And Magnus. Oh, loads of Primarks and stuff just in boxes. Yeah, I don't know how a spider can grow skulls on its bum, but there you go. It seems to have done. And the rider for that one is this dude, so he'll sit on there like so. And then he'll go on a base like so. So when it's done, it'll sort of look like that. And yeah, I've already got a couple done, which you can find on our Instagram page. Yeah, really enjoying the Spider Riders. I'm going to do the larger Ragnarok spider at some point as well. Really looking forward to doing that. Probably airbrush that one. And yeah, I've got Fanatics and Squig Hobblers are the next thing I'm going to be doing. I'm going to try and do these streams more frequently. Maybe I'll do one next week or the week after. So it'll always be a Thursday if I do them. So I'd like to go back to weekly, if possible. In theory it should be, but you never know. Real life has a way of finding things to do instead, doesn't it? But I'm going to try and keep the setup sort of in here as much as I can get away with. So yeah, we'll leave it at that. My throat's absolutely killing me still. But yeah, again, I do want to try and do these more frequently. I absolutely love doing the streams. The chat's been brilliant tonight, and that's what makes these most enjoyable, is when you guys are on the chat. And the painting's really sort of just second to that. So thanks ever so much for joining. Enjoy the rest of your evening or day or whatever it is wherever you are. And I'll hopefully see you again in a week or two. So I've got to turn it off on over here. See you all later. I will do.